Hello and welcome to a smerdp video, and today we are looking at Marvel Legends series Wolverine celebrating 50 years. And this is probably one of the sets that I've probably been most excited out of all of them. So we get Marvel's Patch, aka Logan, aka Wolverine, when he was in Madripoor pretending that the X-Men were dead, and Joe Fixit from the classic comics. We've got a nice picture of Joe on the side there. Nice cover there. Down here is the original. There we go. And undercover, as his auto ego Patch, Wolverine cons Joe Fixit into helping him take down the crime lords of Madripoor. Goodness, if I can speak properly. And then on this side we have Patch. On the top you have it like that, which is very awesome. So yes, a very, very cool set. One probably well overdue, especially getting this figure. You know, those were classic Wolverine tales back in the day. But don't get me wrong, I've read this issue. I know I've read it, but I cannot remember much of it. And obviously Hulk fans for finally getting Mr. Joe Fixit like this. I can't remember if a figure's been released before, if I'm being honest. It must be great for those people. And I think if I remember rightly, there was the Incredible Hulk issue in this as well. I also, if I remember correctly, Banner would go to sleep and then Joe Fixit would come out, right? I could be wrong, completely wrong, but you know, I try to remember everything. You can't remember everything. You know, we got, goodness, 60 years of X-Men and 50 years of Wolverine. So, sorry, it's 65, isn't it? Is it 65? Goodness, I'm going mad. Anyway, let's get these figures out so I can actually show them off and stop rambling. Okay, I did try this pose. It does not work. Much to my annoyance. Hulk's arms just aren't long enough to get, or don't have the bendiness to get them around there, and this is probably the closest I could get with Wolverine. It is nice that they give you a sort of storyboards behind in the packaging. I feel like that is very cool and very, very nifty. Firstly, I will say I do worry about the white costumes, so do be careful where you store these. If you're lucky enough to have lots of space, I don't, you know, you're going to have to think about how you store these, because if you move a figure around them, you could easily chip the paint. I talk from a bit of experience. I got the Kingpin body, and I use that for Farouk, the Shadow King. And it's not buggered, but it's not fresh and clean, so to speak. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly. Just say, you know, just be careful where these two figures are stored if you don't have the space, because, you know, you're gonna, oh my goodness, what are you doing, Wolverine? You're gonna have problems later on. There we go. There we go. Right, so I do feel like this is the Kingpin body. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it is that. Like I said, I could be wrong. But it is a very good mold, and a very good mold that works for Jim Fixit. I mean, you can already see I've got a little minor stain there already off the bat without doing anything. But, you know, so you can easily scuff this. It is a nice body mold. It does look very good, and it does achieve what you want to achieve. Now, I guess for me, I get, you know, I have to weigh out, does actually Jim Fixit fit into my X-Men collection? Most people that watch my videos probably know already, I collect X-Men. I don't collect the rest of the Marvel universe, mainly because I can't afford to do it. Pleading poverty here. But, well, if you collected them all, you'd probably be on the borderline. So, you know, I will have to consider, do I keep this in because it plays a big part of one small fraction of Wolverine's 50 years or not? But, you know, that head mold is absolutely perfection in terms of the way that this figure looks. you know, it's great. I'm not even going to try and bring that around there, but you can see beautiful hair, nice little head bop there with a bit of tinge in there. Not sure if that's gray or blue. You know, this piece is like a fixture, whereas these are painted on. So, and I think that always bugs me, because if you take that off, I guess you could say you were stuck with a white shirt. You know, that's the argument there, I guess. You know, and you can get that arm around there as a big arm. You've got a single there, and that's what causes you the problem of not being able to get the crossed arms, which is a little bit disappointment. Nice little turn there. There is articulation up and down. You know, the lovely detail there on the buttons. That looks great. You know, there is movement on the waist, but you've got this piece here that affects this. And same, you're not going to get much of the splits there without damaging this. Now, this piece, you have to take the arms off to take off. I'm not going to do that, just so I'm clear. So if you do want some movement, you take that piece off. You know, maybe that's the way you protect it, by taking off. And, you know, I think I'm going to just wrap this in some bubble wrap when I put this away. Nice little single on the thing. Nice up and down on the boots. And look at those boots. They do look fancy. I do like them. So there is articulation there on Joe Fixit, but it is limited. Now, moving on to Wolverine. You can stay still. Come on. You're not, are you? Oh my goodness, what are you doing to me? Right. Adjusting camera. Yep, I'm so sorry. You're not going to stay still now, are you? Oh my goodness, stop it. Okay, real sorry about that. I should know better than to try and do these things on camera, especially when it comes to adjusting my camera. Right, so head can't go all the way around if you lift up the chin. You got a little upsy and downsy. Now, this is similar to Joe Fixit. It is on there. So that is going to affect how you do things. Get the arm around like that. There's a nice swivel there. No butterfly in there. You got a double on the arms. Oh. There we go. So you can get him into some menacing looks. And look at those veins on those hands. Wow, that's pretty cool. That head sculpt is pretty nice, let's be honest. That's a nice little head sculpt. He looks angry. Don't mess with me, Bob. Then on this side, you got the nice little claws, which are much better than some we've seen previously. I think that, you know, they've clearly found the thing. You know, I've seen some awful claws over the years from Marvel Legends. You can almost get that whole splits there, but do be careful not to affect this. Do that at risk. There is some movement on the waist, which is very difficult for me to demonstrate. Nice double on the legs. There we go. There's nice swivel on the feet as well. A little upsy and downsy as well. And once again, some beautiful shoes in there. Looking good. Looking good. Right, so what do these two figures come with? So, Wolverine, very disappointingly, comes with, where have I put it? Well, a little head that's smirking. I find that a little bit disappointing. I would like the growly thing. Don't get me wrong, I know he was a bit more sophisticated when he was in Madripoor, but, you know, I would have liked something else. He obviously comes with another fist and another set of claws. Joe Fixit, I will put these on before the end of the video. Comes with a growly, you know, angry Hulk face, which is pretty decent. I think you could perhaps pull out the teeth mold section bit in there as well. He also comes with some sort of hands where he can perhaps grab and, you know, do stuff that you don't want him to do. So there we go. There are the accessories. I will put them on in a minute. And I'm just going to go quickly try and find a figure that I thought I had taken out ready for this video. And we can have a look at the last patch. Okay, I was completely wrong in my assessment that these are the same mold. I feel like Hulk's maybe got a head on top of this body, and this body is made for Kingpin, so probably got a bit more of a round tummy than Jim Fixit, but you know what, I think, you know, they look great together. But you can see what I mean. Me and my jacket starting, maybe it's just a light, feels like it's getting a little bit yellowy. You know, I got paint marks on there. I definitely, if I come across another Kingpin, I probably would purchase another Kingpin to try and make this a little bit better. I mean, not that I'm gonna try. I feel like this head on this body would not work because the head is too small. You know, it does all right on this body. And Caliban's hands make him look a little bit menacing. I've lost these glasses. I don't think I've lost them. I think they're in my my little what's it, sewing set, where box set where I keep all my little bits and bobs, etc. But you know, I you know, this is still a great figure. I still like it. It does what I want for Shadow King. You know, maybe we'll get a full Shadow King. We've just had Lilandra. Who knows? But I just wanted to show them together. And obviously you can see I have added the different hands, etc. on there. I'm never the best at this, but I have a standout. And I have Patch trying to jump Mr. Fixit and take him out. Probably not very convincingly, etc. Because we know he's going to slam him. He's going to go flying or something, etc. You know, and once again, I just go back to my point earlier about the white. You know, when you send up these poses, you got to be really careful, because if all it takes is Wolverine, for example, to come flying down, he's going to chip some of that, etc. So do be careful. But this is a great set. I'm very happy with this set. It looks gorgeous. They look great, and I feel like, you know, the only thing that I felt could have been nicely added in there was Patch with a good old cigar or stoogie, whatever they call it. That would have been pretty nifty. I would have liked that. That would have been cool. And also the growly face, but that's just me. I have plenty of growly faces, but I don't have one with patch on it, so to speak. But you know, it is what it is. We cannot have everything, but this wasn't a cheap set, remember, as well. So you know, they are certainly making us spend our money this year. Anyway, I hope you like my video. If you do, please support my channel by subscribing. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. Thank you to everybody that's already subscribed to my channel. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important these days. And as always, embrace geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.